Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Coach's Office Podcast, episode 56.
Lawrence Taylor.
I got Ray Mansfield,
Who's that?
center for Steelers.
Oh,
He
that's
played
a
center
good
for
one.
Steelers.
Not now?
No, not now. He's an old.
Old school guy. All right. I'm going former Baltimore Colt and Oakland Raider, now Pro Football Hall of Fame, Ted Hendricks.
I'm going Ward 1 year for the Orioles, Melvin Mora.
He didn't wait for you, six.
Who would he win at?
Six.
Internet just lied to me.
And
I was like, something's
I thought we always gonna say Lawrence Taylor.
I was trying to find something. Melvin Mora never won 56. Damn you, Internet. BaseballReference.com.
What do you wear?
Six.
Damn.
He did wear 6.
Yeah.
Google lied.
Yo, BaseballReference.com lied to me, though.
Sorry, y'all.
Big fella, what you got?
Big what you got?
Andre Tippett.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Special guest, what you got?
So for the special guest, you gotta name somebody that wore 56 in any sport.
And you can't go LT because somebody already said
You can say LT.
He said,
I mean, 56, you think of LT, right?
What?
What did Chip Banks wear?
Shit,
What the hell was
I
that?
ain't got my phone on me.
Cleveland Browns. He might have been 58. Played back with Ron Seidman.
Chip
Wow.
I don't. Anyway, I know the X's and O's wondering who voice that is, so.
Yo, I'm sorry, let's get to that real quick. Is Greg to have in the building?
Cheese is here.
Coach Charles in the building.
Coach Hargis.
Special guest, please introduce yourself.
Jamal Griffin, Chief of Staff, Football at Penn State University.
Big Ten champs.
Yeah, you gotta say that. You gotta say that.
You gotta say
You gotta be.
You gotta be a humble bragger, you know.
A humble bragger.
Yeah. You're from Baltimore. We need the Baltimore
Absolutely,
swag.
from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Penn State Big Ten champs, 2016.
There we go.
I don't think you can be humble with that
That
dream to learn.
Yeah.
Right. Blinging all that.
No.
It's kind of
I do this on just for you guys too, because I've never taken this out of the box.
Wow.
Coach Griff.
Excited.
Welcome to the podcast, Coach Greg.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having us
guys.
here on the football facility of Penn State University. Yes, we are on location. We're not
On location in the war room
in the war room. Yes, sir.
right now.
Appreciate you guys having me. Pleasure's mine.
Chief of
Chief
Staff.
of Staff. So yeah, let's get into that. So what is the Chief of Staff of Penn State University football? What does he do?
Well, I just oversee the administration. Anything, the way I tell people, anything that doesn't involve X's and O's, either me or someone that is part of the administration handles. So the way we're structured, every football department is structured differently. You guys are probably used to hearing Director of Football Operations. So we do have a Director of Football Operations, Director of Football Administration, Director of Player Personnel that handles all the recruiting, and we have a Director of Player Development that handles our player issues, and I shouldn't say issues, but all our player intake, outtake, career fairs, player development stuff. And those guys report to me, and then they all have the normal stuff underneath of them, like equipment and things of that nature. So that's how we're structured.
So basically, the football program has its own athletic director, basically, in layman's terms. You run the football program outside.
Pretty
of
much the
sales.
administration side of the football program.
God dang. So, are you like Cyrus Bean on Scandal? Like Chief of Staff? Like you really run the program outside of X's and O's. Like Cyrus Bean, mind you, I didn't know what the fuck Chief of Staff did before I started watching Scandal. I ain't even gonna lie. I heard the title all the time. But did you really know that Chief of Staff runs the executive branch of the fucking country?
I'm not a Scandal fan. But basically what I do is, the administrative side of the football program I'm responsible for, and I'm the liaison with the athletic department, with the university administration, athletic department administration, for football, liaison with Big Ten Conference and Nike reps, and oversee everything in the administrative side of football.
So my one question is, I'm intrigued by the whole title Chief of Staff, because I never heard of it before. I had a friend that was Chief of Staff of a major program. Tons of responsibility, right? Tons of staff under you. Tons and tons of money you budgeted. Who did this responsibility go to before it was Chief of Staff?
That's a great question. Probably the Director of Football Operations. So everybody's structured a different way.
So it's somebody out there, a director program at a major university that's doing double to what your direct operation is doing, basically.
Yeah, because they have a different setup, and everyone's set up differently.
Gotcha.
So there are programs that have a similar position as mine, they might call it something different. Assistant AD for football administration,
Right.
something like social AD for football administration. So it depends on how you, what you want to call it, how you want to set it up. All programs are set up differently, whatever works for them.
At any powerhouse program, because there's a lot of administrative stuff, does the football coach ever have to handle any of that administrative stuff? At other programs that don't have the director advisor to be able to handle it, or chief of staff?
Well, I think they're always aware of what's going on, but the day-to-day of it, I mean, there's so many things, it's like a major corporation.
Right.
So they can't be involved in the day-to-day. That's like asking the owner or
Right.
CEO to pay attention to the day-to-day in every area. It can't be done. So there's someone in every program that handles the administrative side.
Chief of staff. That's huge.
So Coach Griff, tell us your road to, how did you get to Penn State? Tell us where you started, your college background, all that good stuff.
Okay, so I started out, as you guys know, I'm from Baltimore, born and raised. Played baseball in college, went to Coppin State University, played baseball there. Graduated Eagle Pride, there's no doubt. Graduated with a degree in business. Worked in corporate America for 7 years, worked in banking at the old Maryland National Bank, I'm telling my age.
Tell your age.
Worked at T. Rowe Price, and then worked at Allstate Insurance Company. Felt like I wasn't making I'm doing air quotes, contribution to the world. So about 31, I made a career change, and at some point became a high school math teacher and football and baseball coach at Woodlawn High School. And so from there, I was hired to oversee the recruiting by Ralph Frieston at the University of Maryland. Was there for 5 years. After 2 years, got promoted to director of football operations. Coach Franklin and I was together there at Maryland for 3 years. Went to Vanderbilt with him as chief of staff, and then here at Penn State. So that's kind of how that went.
Woodlawn High School.
You missed the coaching.
Not at all. Not at all. I at some point, I became an administrator, and I enjoyed it. It's very rewarding. It combines the things that I love, the three worlds I love. I love the business aspect of it. I love the sports, and then I love young people. So I get a lot of enjoyment out of seeing guys develop, seeing guys grow, come in as 18-year-old, and they fresh out of high school, and watch them leave here as a man that's ready and prepared for life. That's what it's all about for me. So I get enjoyment out of that. When a guy comes in my office and they got the internship that they wanted, and they at an X major corporation, and they got the internship they wanted, and they all excited about it, that gives me joy. So that's my purpose. That's why I love it.
It's kind of strange to me, or funny, to hear somebody say that they don't miss coaching, when at one time they were deemed entitled Mr. Baltimore.
Oh.
Because when he coached in Baltimore. Backstory on that, in HD, right? So he's the offensive coordinator at Woodlawn High School.
My
Radio playoff guy, pumping out scholarship guys. So this one particular year, when Coach Franklin was at University of Maryland, he was a receiver coach, right? And the present head coach at Houston Texans, Billy O'Brien, was the running back coach at Maryland, right? So Billy O'Brien was assigned to recruit Baltimore. And he recruited Baltimore, and he landed to a Coach Greer case. Scott Burley, Jason, the tight end, O-line, right? National recruits, came in there to talk this stuff, got him, boom, right? So I think he got Christian Varner that year from Baltimore. He got a lot of, he represented Baltimore well, right? So after the season, James Franklin gets the NFL job with the Packers. So he throws a shindig or a goodbye party at his house, right? So we get invited to the house, right? It's the whole Baltimore crew. It's myself, shout out to Coach Murray, Reg was there, Griffin, because we all, but for some reason in Maryland, we click up in counties, right? Because, you know, that's who you coach with, but in this particular area in Baltimore, we are really friends. We just coach at different schools. So we enter the party, boom. And we traditionally late, because we coming from Baltimore. We lived out in Montgomery County at the time. So we show up, everybody's there. Who's who in coaching is there. There's a send-off Coach Franklin. So we come in the Baltimore crew, right? So now, we make an entrance. Oh, that's the Baltimore guys, right? Troy, Reg, Ed, Don Davis, everybody's in it, right? So Bill O'Brien interrupts all that. And was like, yeah, they the Baltimore crew, but it's only one Mr. Baltimore. Wow. He out coaching everybody in Baltimore. We all looked at each other like, yo, what the fuck? Mr. Baltimore. Like, wow. So it's been a running joke for a decade now. That's Mr. Baltimore. Jemal Griffin. Mr. Baltimore. He said he out coaching everybody down there. It was like, yo, Mr. Baltimore. So X's and O's, I think you can call him Mr. Baltimore.
I get when you say, you know, you don't miss the X's and O's because you're doing 3 other things with football. What is the biggest worry? Like, say if you guys are going to Nebraska for a game and a snowstorm comes and stops the trailer and you need to make sure you guys get cleats, a second set of jerseys or whatever. Does that fall on you and the equipment man? Is the equipment man coming to you saying, we got to figure out this X and O?
Yeah, that ultimately falls on the equipment guy, and then he comes to me because it's going to be some costs incurred. And so we'll figure out how to get it there. You know what we do, we're always planning for stuff like that. Our equipment truck goes early. So Thursday, we plan on Saturday, the equipment truck leaves on Thursday. So you got time to solve those type of issues. But at some point, that's going to come across my desk. He's probably going to call me and say, we got a problem. You know, we'll work through a solution. Probably me, him, and our director of football operations will come up with a solution to that problem.
So when you guys like bowl games, like last year when you went to the Rose Bowl, was it for being the chief of staff, anything the ops guy set up, hotels, that went through the ops guy, did that go through you?
Goes through me.
So,
I handle the bowl travel,
okay.
bowl planning. Our director of football administration, Kevin Thrillkill, he assists me with that. But the bowl travel and planning goes through me, and I handle it with our deputy athletic director and set up all those. We'll do a site visit as soon as we get announced. We'll go out and tour everything and look at the practice facilities and look at the hotels and everything. And then we'll come back and come up with a plan. And then
So you spent a couple of days in Pasadena before y'all guys went out there.
yeah.
How are you? Must be nice. I know when we were going to travel, when I was equipment man, when we travel somewhere new, we fly by air, play it by ear, baby. When we get there, we figure it out.
That's what's up.
How do the kids come to you and say, hey, Coach Griff, can we make this on the trip? Or like bowl season when you guys get downtown, do they come to you and say, add this on the to-do list, or is it all you just figure it out and surprise them?
Yeah, the good thing is we got a system. We've been together for a while, and when I say we, the administrative team, you know, my guys that directly report to me, those guys I mentioned before, 4 of them we've been together now for 6 years. So, and then Kevin Thrillkill, who I mentioned, we've been together since University of Maryland. And so we have a system, the way we kind of do things. The players always, you know, they lobby, you know how players are, but we take pretty good care of them. So I don't get a lot of requests. You get some, they'll start if they want something gear-wise or something like that. They want to change out something, a shirt or something like that. They'll start with the equipment manager, and a lot of times he'll handle it if we can. But it usually starts with the equipment manager for something like that for them. Every now and then they'll ask for, hey, can we get this to eat or something like that. But even with meals, we're pretty consistent with what we will change it up for them when they make certain requests. But we also have a nutritionist, so it has to go through the nutritionist, and we have a team of people that make sure what we feed them is good for peak performance.
So if something happens with the people, say the director of outdoor has a problem, he's coming to you before he goes to the head coach. Everything funnels to you first.
Yes, yes. I mean, there are certain things he goes to the head coach on. So that's a good example. Our director of football operations, the way we handle it, everyone is responsible for something on campus. So our director of football operations is the liaison with marketing. So if it's something related to marketing, he might not come to me, he might go straight to coach and copy me on it. So it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is.
Do the players need to check in with you before they can sit down with coach if they have a problem? with
No, not at all.
You gotta go through this area first.
Are you saying, let me check his list to see if you got time for Tuesday at 6 p.m.?
No, he has a admin